Textile issuer Trisol International, TRIS, exports 1.7 million clothes during a pandemic. Following the coverage, PT Trisol International TBK, TRIS, an integrated apparel provider, continues to encourage the potential of the garment export market. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, the company managed to export 1.7 million pieces of clothing. The issuer codenamed TRIS has won the trust of customers, both domestic and overseas, so that it continues to receive garment orders even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. Santoso Wit Jojo, President-Director of TRIS, said that until June 2021, TRIS received export orders for garment products, such as jackets, trousers, and shirts through its subsidiary PT Trisco Tailored Apparel Manufacturing. Issuing fictitious tax invoice, this textile factory confiscated by DGT. Following the coverage, the investigative team of the Directorate General of Taxation's Law Enforcement Directorate, DGT, confiscated land and a factory building belonging to a textile company, PTAPF, which was suspected of evading taxes of around Rp. 61.25 billion. The confiscation was carried out on Wednesday, June 30, 2021. PTAPF is suspected of having committed a crime in the field of taxation by issuing tax invoices that are not based on actual transactions or fictitious tax invoices. Considered negligent in implementing PROCs, one textile factory in Karawang was called by the COVID-19 task force. Following the coverage, judged as negligent in implementing health protocols, the manager of Textile Factory A, located in Chikampek District, was summoned by the Karawang COVID-19 Handling Acceleration Task Force, Tuesday, July 6, 2021. The factory manager was immediately given the first warning letter. If until the third warning, the factory continues to make the same mistake, the task force team is ready to charge him with criminal law using Law No. 4 of 1984 concerning infectious disease outbreaks and Law No. 6 2018 on health quarantine. Textile import corruption case of Rp 1.6 trillion. Customs officials imprisoned for 2 years. Following the coverage, the Jakarta Corruption Court sentenced 4 customs and excise officials to 2 years in prison for corruption in textile imports worth Rp. 1.6 trillion. The private party who bribed was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Head of Customs and Excise Facility Services, PFPC, Muhammad Mukhlas, Head of Customs and Excise Section 2 for PFPCI, Kamarudin Zirigar, Head of Customs and Excise Section 3 for PFPCI, Dedi Eldrian, Head of Customs and Excise Section 3 for PFPC2, Haryono Adi Wibowo, Private, Irianto. Having historical ties, India provides support for the fashion industry in Aceh. Following the coverage, the head of the Aceh Culture and Tourism Office, Dispad Par, stated that India is ready to provide support for the development of the fashion, clothing, industry in Aceh, because the country has a strong historical relationship with Aceh. This was prominent in the cultural collaboration between the Dispad Par Aceh and the Indian Consulate General in Medan. Raghuguru Raj Jamaluddin said the historical relationship between Aceh and India can be proven through the acculturation of Indian culture in Aceh, which has almost similarities, such as in terms of cuisine, traditional ceremonies and even traditional Achenese motifs. Emergency PPKM, 50% of textile factory in Sukamaju village, Bandung Regency temporarily closed. Following the coverage, Sukamaju village head Asa Pandana revealed that around 50% of textile factories in Sukamaju village, Majalaya district, Bandung Regency were temporarily closed. The closure of the textile factory led to the occurrence of new unemployment experienced by workers, so that it had an impact on the economic sector of the wider community. We estimate the temporary closure of the textile factory in Sukamaju village due to the impact of the Java Bali Emergency Community Activity Restriction, PPKM, policy on July 3 to 20, 2021. This is because stockpiles of goods accumulate while sales are minimal. So the company was forced to stop production, complained ASAP. Handana Taglahabar in Sukamaju village, Friday, July 9, 2021 night.